music lives, where I can live a long, long time for a song. I just gotta believe that a house where music lives is worth the damn and worth all the wandering that preceded. And I'll never be long, long gone. No, I'll never be long, long gone. But if I should be long, long gone, I'll be home soon. Well, I'm just trying to build a house where music lives, where two can live in sincere care for a song. I just gotta believe that a house where music lives is worth the damn and worth all the lonely years that preceded, and will never be long, long gone. It will never be long, long gone. But if we should be long, long gone, we'll be home soon. I'm just trying to build a house where music lives, where the muse can come and go, always knowing she's got a home. I just gotta believe that a house where music lives is worth the damn and worth all the loneliness and all of the wondering if I've earned a life I love, and worth the damn and worth all the quiet years that preceded. And she'll never be long, long gone. May she never be long, long gone. But if she should be long, long gone, she'll be home soon. Well, I took Adderall today to see if it might help my brain behave better than before. Behave better than before. And for a moment there it seemed everything was crisp and clean, and I knew just what to do. And I knew just what to do. See, I kinda wanna medicate, but instead I meditate every dawn before my heart rate finds a steady pace inside my rib cage, clanging the bells of morning. Then I rise, oh I rise, and I start running. Yeah, I start running. I'm always running. So I took Adderall today to see if it might help my brain behave better than before. Behave better than before. Before I became a woman, what did I who cares so much for her word. So I took Adderall today to see if it might help me tame all the beating of my heart, 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 all the beating of my heart. If I drive down this road, I'll get to Pleasant Valley Reservoir. It sounds a lush, rested place, but in truth it's a sewage plant, a roiling pit of shit man. Maybe it's time I turn back. Yeah, maybe it's time I turn back. See, when I kissed you goodbye, it took everything not to cry, knowing full well it could be the last time. Neither of us like a lady who won't hold her body proud, and one of us really likes clean goodbyes, and one of us only likes clean-cut goodbyes. So I'll go down to the city, and I'll make all my social calls and divorcee, smile for the camera, poised and proud. But if you don't go right now, if you want me around, then you will never, no, you'll never. So you gotta decide now if I'm gonna lose you now, or may I never. I keep driving down this road, out past Pleasant Valley Reservoir, or maybe I'll find that lush, rested place, and I will lay my body down on the green, green grass. Am I lost if it's where I choose to be? Am I lost? Oh no! You'll have to tune in another time to hear how the last 10 seconds of that song go. Hi, happy Saturday, everyone. Thanks for being here for the second installment of, what's it called? What I think about you when I think about you now. So glad you're here. My name is Rachel. You probably know that. And I don't know if you can see perched back there is the wonderful Hilary James, who's going to be joining in later on. But my house is so tiny and so impossible to maneuver around that she's just going to be perched back there the entire time because it's not really possible to come in and out of that little spot. So, but it's so nice to have a real human in this space. Well, I am a real human as well, I suppose, but you know what I'm saying. So, I think everything is set. So today I'm going to sing for you the entirety of Without a Bird, which was my second album that I released. Mostly, and I've had some issues. If you were tuning in last week, you know that I have some issues around this album, and so it'll be good for me to sing this for you. It's been wild to learn all these songs, so I'm going to start with Learning Too Slow, which is track 1. Hey Steve, hey Susie, hey, hello Gitta, so nice to see you, and whoever else is hanging around. Here is Learning Too Slow. Call this evening or call me fool, call me stubborn as a goddamn mule, 'cause I'm not gonna bend, I'm not gonna break. See, missing you is my finest mistake, 'cause I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. Hold on. See, I'm still a loner. I am still a lonely lady with a heart not stone enough. You're a gentleman and a drunk. See, I'm calling you out, but I'm calling you up, 'cause I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. So summer was on its way out when you finally found your way into my heart, into my heart. Now winter's on its wind up as you finally find your way up to my house, into my house. So meet me here with my tongue of silver, eyes of ice, and stories delivered hand to mouth and heart to hand. Babe, I'll try to be kind if you'll be my man, 'cause I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. I'm learning too slow. Go, Hilary. I feel so bad. You should read a book. You're gonna get bored.
I like listening.
Hi, Susie. 2 Susies. That doesn't usually happen. All right. So that was Learning Too Slow. I'm glad you're here. What was I gonna say? Thank you, Gitta. There was something I was gonna say. Oh, we just had a squirrel come in the house. So hopefully we scared off a squirrel and he or she is not gonna try that stunt again. But a big old fat squirrel sauntered right through the door with a even bigger and fatter acorn in its mouth. And so anyway, that was the excitement right before we went live here. Good. I'm glad it sounds good, Susie. Thank you. I forgot So I'm supposed to turn the reverb off whenever I talk so I sound normal, and then turn it back on when I sing. I'm learning. I'm going to play another one for you. This song, track number 2 off of Without a Bird, is called Never You Mind, and this is the one I think this is probably in the top 3 of songs that have the most chords that I ever wrote, I think. I should calculate this one day. Anyway, there's a modulation. It's all like jazzy. I was learning new chords at the time, and it's super fun to play. Yeah, I like this one. Hey, Andy, how's things over in Manchester? I hope all is well. Let's see. I'm gonna go back there, and let's do Never You Mind. Helen, hi, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Bum, bum, bum. Well, never you mind this being yours and you being mine. What I mean is come over anytime you feel so inclined to see my shining face lit by summer days on a hazy, drunken something afternoon. The streets are full of the bustle and the bang, how they rush, it's a crying shame. Run, run as fast as you can. No, I won't, so here's a song to slow us down for you and me on a lazy afternoon. Then after you get back to town, after all your running around, and still you choose to find me in the afternoon. We watch the clouds roll in and close all the windows and pour the coffee. This is what I need. Time slows down. We sit on the back step and watch the rain fall on the backyard. Hear the city streets slow down. You stay a while until the storm falls away. Then go back into your life and your day to day. Just remember me as one who knows just how to spend a rainy, lazy summer afternoon. Then after I get back to town, after all of my running around, and still I choose to find you in the afternoon. After we get back to town, after all of our running around, and still we choose, yeah we do, yeah we do. You're like, what? What is going on there? Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of chords in that one. That song was inspired by, I was at the time pretty madly in love with somebody who also spent a lot of time on tour, and so just kind of daydreaming about, is it possible to have a romantic, a sane romantic entanglement when somebody also goes away? Can we be okay with that? Can we be okay with just like coming home and like, hey, so glad to see you. I'm not jealous. Yeah, that was the daydream at the time. It is still possible, right? Hilary, you experienced that. It works.
It works.
Oh, that's such a relief. It works, everyone. It works. Let's see, what song is next? What am I doing? I'm going to play some electric for you. Let's see. Olivier Dean, I know, a squirrel, bonkers. Angela, I'm so glad you like that one. I'm so glad my voice lifts you. That's a really lovely thing to hear. I'd hate to just drag people down with my voice, you know? That would be a bummer. Let's give some tremolo to this guy. Yeah, so yeah, it's nice. It's been a wild week of relearning all these songs. So this Without a Bird came out in 2007. It was the follow-up to For You Only, which For You Only is a very lovable, like folksy, charming, although it gets dark, but it's a very lovable album. And then I kind of followed my curiosity and went a little bit rogue with this record, with Without a Bird, and I started playing electric guitar a lot more and playing piano, and things got kind of moodier and maybe a little bit weirder and darker. And I was working with a drummer, Kevin O'Donnell, who I first heard his stuff because he played with Andrew Bird's Bowl of Fire. That's the jazz drummer. So that's the same drummer that's on Without a Bird. And so I made this record exactly how I wanted to, and produced it. And in my mind, it was a complete flop and a failure. And I don't, even now, I know enough now to know that probably my perception of it is not the full truth at all, but that's how I felt about it. And so for me, that whole like sense of failure, and that I made an album that no one loved, that's all wrapped up in all these songs. So it's been kind of a wild week to go through all that, and decide, you know what? Screw it. This is not that bad. There's one song I kind of really don't like, but actually last night I was driving, and for the first time I listened to the entirety of the record. To relearn all these songs, I would just listen to like, what key is it in? Okay, cool, got it. Like, and then my brain could figure it out from there through memory. But so last night was the first time I actually hit play and listened to the whole thing in order. It's like, oh, there were all these surprising moments. Anyway, okay, enough chatter for right now. I'm going to play this song for you. It is called When Will You Be Mine, Heather. I love you. Happy birthday tomorrow. When will you be mine? When will heartstrings find their melody? When will fate shine her eyes on me and stay? Won't you stay for all time? Well, I feel it every day. Sure, I'm fine and I get my own way, but a lady longs to compromise every once in a while. Yeah, a lady longs to compromise every once in a while. Well, I guess I shouldn't complain, 'cause the blues are company for a lonesome dame with her hair done up, but only for the rain falling on the window pane. Only for the rain falling on the window pane. We'll skip the killer solo that Joel Patterson did. So come on, find me here. You know where I can be found. Where the lights are low and the piano's loud. That's where I can be found. So when will you be mine? 'Cause my heart's found her melody. As soon as fate shines her eyes on me, seems to me, oh, that you could be mine. Oh, you could be mine. Seems to me be mine. Oh, gee. That old buddy. I actually remember finishing that song in the car parked outside of the studio where we were recording. It's like, I need one more song that's not sad and weird. I've got to finish this song in time. We've only got 2 days in the studio. So sitting in my Toyota Previa minivan, finishing that one in the car. Let's see. Comments. Thanks, Rob, Susie, Aaron. Thank you, Angela. Yay. All right. So that is that one. So back then, I was super lucky to get to play music with a really, really wonderful woman by the name of Ariel Bolles. And if I'm not mistaken, she might be waiting for a phone call with me right about now. So I'm going to give her a ring and see if we can chat. Doom, dee, doom, doo, dee, doo, doom, dee, doom. We'll see if she answers. Do we have an Ariel Bolles?
Hey, can you see me?
I think I can see you. Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
Boom! Charge de mas. I should probably get in the screen. Ari, hi!
Hi.
How are you? Oh my gosh.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm doing very well. I do not have an adorable baby with me. I have a Hilary in the back corner. Can you see
Hi,
Hilary?
Hilary.
I don't even know if you can see her like right now where the
Yeah.
screen is, but surprise! Her baby has grown.
Hi.
So
Yeah.
Ari, thanks for chatting with me. What?
Yeah.
So if my memory serves, we met at Honky Tonk Happy Hour at the Empty Bottle in Chicago.
Yes,
Is that correct? You were wearing a plaid shirt,
that is correct.
and our friend Neil felt that we should meet each other and become friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Neil had promised me before I moved to Chicago that he would introduce me to people as long as I bought my own upright bass. That was the rule.
That was the deal. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you were one of the people.
Neil is a bossy friend, but I'm grateful to him.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much the reason why I own an upright bass. So it's good.
Yeah, I'm so glad you played the upright. Like, if you had played just the electric, we wouldn't have ended up working together. Like, I just
There you
wasn't into that vibe at that point in time. No offense to Hilary. So yeah, we toured together for kind of a long time. And didn't we go on a tour that was like 3 solid months long after this record? Like, we didn't go home.
I was trying to remember, and it's so, I mean, I've obviously toured less than you, and even for me, it's still hard for me to like remember and like separate the tours in my mind. But I was thinking, I was like, wow, like we were in the Southwest, we were on the West Coast, we were in the Northwest, we were in Montana, the East Coast, like we were in Iowa, you know, like we went all over. It was long.
Didn't we play like in like Idaho?
Yeah. And Nebraska,
Moscow,
I remember like a VFW hall upstairs in Nebraska that had like the coolest stage.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of like curved. It was like scooped out with an ice cream scoop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a photo of you in that stage that I want to find now.
Oh, sweet. Uh-oh. He did not like being set down.
Don't mind that. Bye.
I wouldn't want you to put me down either if you were holding me, Ari. What was I going to say? Okay, so what do you remember about making this record? And maybe that's too open of a question, but like one thing as I was thinking about it, well, Chris Poulin, wonderful Chris Poulin, was the engineer, who's just this sort of like, how would you describe him? He's surly and very lovable.
He's intimidating at first.
Very. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you realize like that
churlish.
he's actually just a very kind guy, you know?
Yeah. He has churlish vibes. So we recorded this album at Electric Electrical Audio, which is Steve Albini's studio, like the dude who,
Yep.
well, kind of everybody in the 90s, like Nirvana, who all,
Right.
he worked with everyone.
Yeah.
Steve Albini, superstar in the engineering world. So we were recording
Yeah,
in his
shellac.
studio. He was not the engineer. He was playing poker online in the lounge
Yep.
most of the time when we were making the record. But
I remember that.
Yeah. It's like, how much did you make or lose? Do you really need this check?
Yeah.
Because it was not a cheap studio. And so I remember that, like, we had 2 days. I had 2 days booked in the studio to record this entire album, which is kind of melting my brain a little bit. And we pulled it off somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, that I didn't remember that it was so fast, because in my memory it was like, oh man, we were at Electrical and it was so cool. Like it could have been a week in my memory.
Yeah.
Because I just remember being so starstruck, and the Stooges had recorded there like 2 weeks before us.
Yeah.
And that just blew my mind that like we were recording in the same place that the Stooges had been.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just remember, I mean, you mentioned Joel Patterson earlier, and like we're getting to record with Joel Patterson, you know, like, I mean, I'd been in Chicago for a few years, but I was just in love with Devil in a Woodpile and the Western Elsons. So like being on a record with him, and with like Kevin O'Donnell, like,
I remember when I called
incredible.
him up, like, remember my apartment on Point Street? I remember so clearly somebody gave me Kevin O'Donnell's phone number, and I was like, hi, should I to play on my record? You don't know me. And he was like, well, sure, whatever. And one of the only times I've like pranced and squealed around the room as soon as I set the phone down. Like, it was just a total dream come true to work with Kevin. If anybody wants to actually hear what Kevin O'Donnell, glorious jazz drummer, and Joel Patterson, rip roaring guitar player, sound like, this is the album. I still have some 180 gram vinyl copies. Comes with a CD. Right now, any album sales that happen throughout this series, I'm giving the money to the unhoused sanctuaries here in town to help support people who don't have homes right now. So yeah, check out Rachel Reese Bandcamp and grab it. What else do we remember? The only other time I was in that studio is when I got called in to sing backup vocals on a Jarvis Crocker album of Pulp.
Whoa.
Anyway, that
Jarvis
happened.
Cocker, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't think my name is in the credits or anything. You know, I was like part of a
That's
choir,
amazing.
so it hardly happened.
You know, one of my favorite memories from that time was actually recording Here We Lie in Wait.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think it's just the two of us on it, right? Or maybe you added tracks later.
There's some
but I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember recording it like live in the big room. Like for most of the recording, I was in my own little like closet room off to the side.
Yeah.
But for this, like we were both in the big room together, and I feel like it was one of the last things we did, or it was like late at night, maybe the first night, but
I think you're right.
I just remember, and I just love that song so much, and so I just think that was like, that memory really stands out. It's just a special moment.
I remember that song feeling kind of holy, and partly it was because we weren't isolated in our little quadrants anymore, and we were just in the big vaulted room. Which you can hear it on the record, it's just like super echoey, and the vibe, the sonically, it's really different than the rest of the album. Yeah, those were some long hours. I think that was definitely towards the end. Yeah, good work. You were always so steady and present, and not a baby at all, which is really helpful on tour and in the studio. You know,
I felt like I was a baby. I mean, I was like 24 or something, you know, 23
were a baby.
when
yeah
yeah I was very young.
We don't, our age difference isn't as much as it was,
I know how
I
remember you were like you were like 26 when I met you, I think, and I remember thinking like, oh, she's like in her mid-20s, you know.
Ooh.
She's been around. Yeah.
Now we're basically the same age, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I think I'm gonna get back to some songs, and I'm gonna play Chicago now, and I'm gonna be missing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that we played on tour for a long time.
Yeah. Well, we will sing it together again someday.
Okay, I would love that very much. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye, Ari.
All right. Bye.
Have a wonderful
Bye,
day.
everybody. See ya.
Bye. Oh. Hi. We're back. All right. Well, that was Ari. She's wonderful. I'm going to switch over to the piano now. This album is going to have a bunch of switching around and futzing with instruments and stuff. So we're going to do this. Oh, yeah. And if you want to pitch in and support, of course you can. There on the screen, you can see the options. And I'm going to do a song called Chicago Now, which kind of was a staple in my catalog for many, many years. Chicago's where I lived for 6 or 7 years. And this song is, of course, about a boy and about me learning to love the city much as I didn't want to when I first moved there. Let's see here. Well, just come home and you will find I'm alone most of the time. I'm spinning wheels on a chorus line, sometimes finding my way through a verse. Been on my mind since late last night when I heard a sleepy bird on my windowsill. I share my bed with a cat, a typewriter, and a laptop. Oh, it's telling, is it not? I pull the covers up and then I close my eyes to our city lights. 'Cause I'm the same, aren't I? Oh, Chicago. Come and find us, come and hold us, come and be with us. Oh, Chicago, come and hold us, come and find us, come and be with us. I'll sing for you in your kitchen, 'cause this song has a mission to bridge the gulf and to call the storm by name and God's grace and all this impotent rage. I turn aside and I turn to you, and then I open my eyes to our city life. 'Cause I have changed, haven't I? Oh, Chicago, come and find us, come and hold us, come and be with us. Oh, Chicago, come and hold us, come and find us, come and be with us. 'Cause the sun is sinking down Thank you. Gonna head back over here now. Yeah, so that's Chicago. I remember that weird outro where it kind of lands at a G minor for no reason. I remember writing that on tour with Anaïs Mitchell. I had to figure, we were somewhere in Texas, and I was trying to figure out how to finish the song. I really wanted to go to that chord, and I didn't know how to make it work, but I wanted to make it work. And I think I finally got it. It used to be a guitar song, actually. Not no more. Let's see here. Jenna, hi. So nice to see you. Let's see, next song we shall do. What shall we do? We're gonna do Fine, I'm Fine. That's the next song on the album. This one, I think I want to do it on classical. Oh, Helen, I'm so glad you like it. It's, yeah, I think that's just one of those songs. I still like that one. It's just like I played it so much for so many years. I kind of had to take a break from that one. This next song is also about Chicago in a way. It is this one. Look at that. Too many things to think about. Way too many things to think about. The song is called Fine, I'm Fine, and I remember writing this one in kind of workshopping it with Jeremy Lindsay and Allison Russell of Birds of Chicago. I remember going over to their place for dinner and showing them this one. I was like, I don't know, this might be too weird. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should kill this one. And Jerry was just like, like, no, keep this one. So I listened to Jeremy and I kept it. So here you go. So Fine I'm Fine is this one. This one is really about kind of me starting to get disillusioned pretty early on about playing music and touring. And I would be driving around playing gigs in some random place, and I would just daydream about taking a side road and becoming, I don't know, a hermit or a logger or a teacher or anything other than a touring musician. I was just sort of daydreaming about all the different options for life one may have. Yeah, so here you go. The family just got home and the door's open, so things might get exciting pretty quick. Okay, they're walking by. Okay, so here you go. Fine, I'm Fine. Tell me how much farther we've gotta go before we can leave Chicago. You know I get tired and I'm tired now. Please let me just slow down, 'cause I could pick a small town on the prairie instead. Stop telling lies and be early to bed. I'd watch the sunrise from an easy chair. Maybe have a couple kids and start dyeing my hair. I'd start dyeing my hair. I'd dye my hair. Let's just put on that bird song. You know how he sings. He sings like a wire that's melting. I've got so much to learn if I'm in this for good. God help me lose these ringing blues, 'cause I could get a home on the coast somewhere. I'd buy myself a boat and I'd cut off my hair. Well, I'd be weathered and worn out and wise. I'd hum a tune, but it's just to clear my mind. It's just to clear my mind. Don't need to clear my mind. But I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah, I still like that one. I still have a little soft spot in my heart for that one. Sorry, I left the support thing up that whole time. That was an accident. Let's see. Yeah, so now we get to the two songs that I'm most scared of on this album. So before I do that, if you're interested, the following 5 weeks I'll be here. Probably some weeks more polished than others. I'm feeling a little off kilter today. I think I'm going to blame it on the record. So I'll be here the next 5 weeks. Next week's special guest in the flesh is Siri Undlin, another one of my bandmates here in Minneapolis. And we're going to be doing the country EP, and we're going to call up anaïs and talk to her on Skype during it and talk about why we made that EP and what the process was like and all that. And then next week, I'm also going to do another EP, which is the Laurel Lake EP, which is the thing that I made after quitting music and coming back to it again. So yeah, a little bit of a journey next week. And what was I going to say? Yeah, and then later on, a few weeks down the road, I'll be joined in this little house somehow by the rest of the band. So it'll be me and Hilary, and then Siri and Addie will all be crammed in here playing the new music together. So hopefully you can be here for that. I'm not gonna go back to the piano now. It's maybe a crime, but I'm gonna switch the order of the next two songs on the album. Ricky, no worries about being late. All good. I was not late, but it's nice to see you here. I'm going to switch the order because I don't want to go back and forth from the piano too many times because it's obnoxious. So I'm going to play the song on the album that I don't like. I'm going to play this one for you, and it's going to be great. It's going to go really well. I think, yeah. Maybe this one has grown on me a little bit this past week, but it's just, there are too many words. And I don't know, there's just something, it doesn't, I think that I developed my editor a little bit more, since writing this one, but, I shouldn't be so hard on it. But I'm going to play a song called I Could Leave. To those of you who were around for last week's live stream, this is the last song I wrote about Paul. Most of the last album is about him. And curiously, if you're listening to the lyrics of this one, there's actually, I name check the last record and basically how it is all about him, which I got a kick out of then and even now a little bit. So here's I Could Leave. Oh, I also want to tell you that there's a line about drinking too many daiquiris on New Year's Eve, which is a rhyme, but I want you to know that it's mostly true. Actually, we were drinking pina coladas for New Year's Eve, which is kind of as ridiculous as drinking daiquiris. So I changed it to daiquiris so it would rhyme. But I just want you to know that we actually were drinking dumb tropical drinks for New Year's, and it wasn't totally a lie. So here you go. I Could Leave. I could leave you in your rundown crooked flat above the bar, sitting with a Guinness on the floor. I could leave you with your clocks and scraps of broke down memories piling up in the corners of every room you've lived, piling up in the corners of every room you've lived. I could leave you walking out the back to plant your pumpkin seeds, never saying what you really mean. I could leave you looking down at me with the saddest eyes from the window of every room you've ever lived, from the window of every room you've ever lived. Well, hard it is to go, harder still to stay. Look, I swear I can drive away. Hard it is to stay, harder still to go. My heart unravels. I could leave you on 4th Street at 5 a.m. A cup of coffee warm in your hands. I could leave you December 23rd, but what's it for? What's it for, my lonely bird? What's it for? What's it for, my lonely bird? You've been so long with your shoulders down and sleeping soundly alone. I've come and gone, holding out for something kinder than just a song I sing for you only. Don't you get this by now? So I leave you picking fights on New Year's Eve, drinking too many daiquiris. So I leave you, but no, I'll just return to the doorway of every room you've ever lived, to the doorway of every room you've ever Okay. I like it a little bit more now than I did a week ago. Thanks for the kind words about that one. Those, Susie, I guess I'll have to make you another tutorial video. That one in Cleveland, right? That'll be a good project for me. Angela, thank you. I'm glad you like that one too. Yeah, always a little journey. I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say. Hilary, we're getting closer and closer to you. Are you okay?
Doing great.
Do you need to make another drink? Hilary has the champagne and the orange juice back there. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna change the set list order even more. Psych. We're gonna go back to the classical. I'm gonna play one more before I head to the piano. I'm going to play the title track of the album. This song is called Without a Bird, and this one was really fun to write. I never considered myself a songwriter, let alone anybody who could write anything that would be a poem. Like, that's a whole nother level of something, of artistry. And I remember writing this one and feeling like, oh, maybe this one is actually a poem more than anything else I'd written before. This is maybe not making any sense, but so Without a Bird just sort of like tumbled out. It's, for me, like the first stanza ends with, I'll be damned if I stop trying to find a way through this mess with a halo in my chest. So the first one was halo in my chest, and flame, and then a bird. And for me, those symbolized halo as in like this sort of like sacredness of existence, this holiness of each of us. And then the flame is all about passion, and bird is all about like kind of freedom and possibility. And it's kind of a quiet little song to have be the title track, I suppose, but it kind of felt like it summed up who I want to be and how I want to be in this way. And I remember in the studio tracking this one with Chris, we were doing overdubs at a different studio at, what was that studio called? Semaphore. We did overdubs at Semaphore, and I remember playing a Wurlitzer for the first time. I ended up buying a Wurlitzer myself, but playing a Wurlitzer for the first time, and we didn't have any legs for it, so it was like just like laying on the floor, and it was very awkward. But I really like the little Wurlitzer key line on the recording, and it reminds me of Sarah Harmer, who I listened to a lot back then, and I would always use her as like kind of a reference when going into the studio. Like, this is how I want my vocals to be mixed, like Sarah Harmer's records. So when I listened to this song yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, it does kind of sound like Sarah Harmer. Check her out if you haven't ever. And here we go. How do we remember days when they pile and they fray, adding up a lonesome rosary for the years that I wear around my neck? With it I fidget and I fret, but I'll be damned if I stop trying to find a way through this mess with a halo in my chest. Will we still tell the tales when they stumble and they trail at the edges of a mind when we're trying to forget? So it seems I'm just placing my bets on the ones I haven't met yet, but I'll be damned if I stop trying to find a way through this mess with a flame in my chest. Well, there's a lot to handle here, somewhere between the sheets and a song. It's gonna be a long night when we wake to find another day rising up over the lake. But I'll be damned if I stop trying to find a way chest. I'll be damned if I start trying without a bird in my chest. Thank you. All right, now I'm gonna go back to Piano Town. Piano Town. And then you are on deck. Soon we're gonna have Hilary singing. So this is the other song on the album that it really kind of made me nervous to play because I straight up didn't know it at all. At all. But I practiced, so that's good. Yeah, Susie, Hilary does totally know what's up with the champagne in the back there. Living the dream. I still haven't finished mine. So this next song is called Visit. And it is in 4 different keys. Hillary's like, oh, good God, you haven't changed a bit. Classic Rachel.
An icon.
And I like to modulate. Thank you, Steve. I like to modulate, and I guess my love started early because I was counting, and on For You Only, I think there are 4 songs that modulate. This album has kind of the same amount, I think, if I remember correctly. And anyway, this one is quite a doozy, and I just remember it was so fun to write and to figure out how I could get it to fall where I wanted it to. It just like always feels like a trick or a puzzle to figure out to make things feel right. So this song I have really never ever played live because it was kind of hard, and it I really love, like, production wise, if you listen to this record, I love what I did with this, what I chose to do. Like, the drums don't come in until the very last verse, and they're really, like, kind of disjointed and odd and punctuating in how they come in. It's not like a steady beat. It just sort of builds and builds, which is this, I kind of haven't changed in that way either. I really enjoy having a song grow and then reach a point where you didn't expect it to end up. And so that is on display in the production of this song. And here we go. Well, if you come and visit me, I'll fall down on my knees. I'll remember everything. I'll remember everything. I'll place an avocado in the palm of your hand. Say, I receive you in peace. I receive you in peace. And everyone's gonna see I'm down on my knees. I'm down on my knees. I'm down. Yeah, everyone's gonna see I'm down on my knees. I'm down on my knees. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Well, if you come and visit me, my tongue will not believe. I'll just point to the weeds. I'll point to the weeds. And I'll tell her it's okay that she won. And how are your sons? Yeah, how are your sons? And everyone's gonna hear my tongue won't believe, my tongue won't believe, my tongue. Yeah, everyone's gonna hear my tongue won't believe, my tongue won't believe, my tongue, my tongue, my tongue, my tongue, my tongue. Well, if you come and visit me, I'll stop missing you, and I'll speak only truth. Yeah, I'll speak only truth. And if she says she don't believe me, well, I'll say you win again. But it's never the end. No, it's never the end. And everyone's gonna see I'm not missing you, and I'm not missing you, and I'm not. Everyone's gonna see I'm not missing you, and I'm not misses you, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. There you go. Whoa. Yeah, and that song is actually a guitar song on the record, but it needed to be piano. Just back then I couldn't play all those chords, so it had to be a guitar song. The time has finally come. We have 2 more songs left on this here record. I want to read these comments a sec, though. Now I'm more the tears running down my face. Oh, Angela, I'm sorry I made you cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh, dude. Susie says this song used to be on her Songs to Cry to playlist. You have a question. Is there a meaning? Yeah, is there a meaning to the avocado line? Yeah, I mean, it's just super autobiographical, Susie. I just remember this is someone else. His name is Jason. And I remember after we had quit and he was with somebody else, we went shopping to the grocery store. We'd go on the most mundane dates, and yeah, there was just this moment with an avocado. You know, like when you're 23 and everything feels really poetic. That is what this song is full of, and sort of admitting defeat to the new partner. How are your sons? It's okay. You won. It's fine. It's fine. You got him. It's fine. Yeah. What was I going to say? I don't know. But a couple more songs for you. Thanks for hanging out as I've been awkwardly stumbling through these songs here in this process. Yeah. We're going to do Hands to Water now. We're going to make you cry once more. We're going to make you cry once more. This one is Hands to Water, and I wrote this song. It's a duet with Ari on the album, and I wrote this song for a family I once knew who lived on this island off the coast of Maine. And yeah, this is very much a true story. All these songs are, but this one is a little nugget of a window into real life and into a couple magical summers I got to spend at this music camp on this island, and then the mom who would kind of look after all of us at the camp, and what happened to her and the family. So here you go. And let's unmute that guy.
Unmuted.
Oh my god, I should have had you unmuted this whole time.
Too much commentary.
Oh my gosh. What have I done? We missed gold. So much gold. All right. Are you in view? Yeah. My hands turn to water in the sunlight on the coast. You push a boat from shore and glide out to the sandbar. I remember you on the island in the summer when your mother was still alive, looking after you and saving us all the time. Now your father's somewhere on the Atlantic, tossed about and true. You know that if I had my way, I'd return to you. Why does it have to be lonesome now? Why does it have to be lonesome now? Remember that night way out past the house, you and me curled up in the woods. I fell asleep trying not to worry about your mom. 'Cause nobody knows a thing about growing up and letting go until it's done and you just lose your hold. Why does it have to be quiet now? Why does it have to be quiet now? You were born on the waves. You were born to be saved. You were born on the waves. You were born to be saved. heart turns to water in the sunlight on the coast. I push a boat from shore and glide out past the sandbar. Nice work. That was great.
Such a good song.
Thank you. I think you should try to crawl out.
I think so.
And okay, so this is going to be a fun show. Here's a show within a show. Hilary is going to crawl her way through through the mixing board and the audio interface and the mics and the guitars and the pedals. Yay! And she's gonna go to where her cello is waiting for her for this very last song. Yeah, so we've got one more song for you. Let's see. This one is the one that Ari mentioned. Innie, so nice to see you. Yeah, Steve, the piano. It's 125 piano years old. 125 piano years old. The person who worked on it the other day told me I was cleaning out an old closet in my parents' house this morning and found the actual hard copy of Without a Bird. Oh, you're so welcome, Allison. So glad you're here. Ricky, does Crooked Heart come from Tom Waits' Hold On? Not that I know of. Who knows what stuff end up in your brain and pop out at weird times, but the name Her Crooked Heart popped up one morning while I was meditating, just like my brain was pretty clear and empty, and the phrase just came up, and I recognized it as kind of being sort of what I do or try to do or sometimes do when I'm at my best, articulating that, and then I did a little search of like if I could have that band name, if anybody else had it, and what I found was that W.H. Auden has this poem with the line, you shall love your crooked neighbor with your crooked heart, and I just thought that was so perfect, and so I claimed it as the band name, because I'd been looking for one for about a decade. When I put out this record, I was like, what? I need a band name. I don't want to be just Rachel anymore. Like, we're all doing this together, and I never came up with one then. Rob, I have a question. All these songs about boys, how many hearts have you broken exactly? Rob, let me tell you, I have been the one with the broken heart. All of these songs are all about like unrequited stuff. I was always the untouchable. No one would date me. Everyone was scared of me. And so I just like have this treasure trove. Yep. Paul, Jason, Chris. Yeah. All of it. No one liked me back. Rob.
Look who's laughing now.
Look who's laughing now and can still fit in the dress that she wore. Yeah, it was fun to put this on this morning. Some cleavage for everybody today. Let's see what, looking at other comments here that I should respond to. Rachel Chadwick, oh my gosh, can I come visit you in your village? That looks so perfect. I want to be there. America is scary. Really nice to see you. Dean, sad but so damn true. Yep. Yeah, unrequited love. It's a real thing. It's also real fuel. Like, it's a great song fuel. Do you want your mic?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, it's just right over the ledge there. Let's see. Okay, so to those of you who weren't here earlier, if you head to Bandcamp and find Rachel Reese on Bandcamp, you can pick up one of the last remaining copies of Without a Bird on 180 gram vinyl. CD is with it, comes in it. There's also CDs there, and whatever whatever album sales come in, the money is going to go to support people who don't have houses or homes, are living in kind of tent shelters set up throughout the city. Yeah, so that'd be great. If you want to pitch in to me in this here and Hilary, the links are up above there, and we're gonna sing one more song for you. This is called, what's this one called? Here We Lie and Wait. This is the one that Ari was saying that she loves so much. It's the last track on the album and the one that felt really kind of holy when we sang it in the studio. Capo. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week with some Siri Undlin of Humbird and some Anaïs Mitchell on the phone. And we'll be talking about Country EP and some other things. And I guess I will unmute the Mademoiselle. And,
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you are so welcome. Let me unmute that one too. All right, y'all are wonderful. Thanks for hanging out. See you next week. Yeah. Here we lie in wait, waiting for the day the sun will shake us down, and in the morning we will laugh. The sun will shake us down, rattle tooth and bone. We'll put that bottle down and want no more. We'll put that bottle down and pick up the cross, a lion in the yard, wet with morning dew. And I will know your name in time, and I will baptize you in time, and I will cut your hair in time, and may you follow suit. Here we lie in wait, waiting for the day the sun will shake us down, and in the morning we will laugh. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Saturday. Thank you to Hilary James for joining me and perching in that back corner for so long. Yeah, have yourself a wonderful day. Vote. Please vote. Please vote. And yeah, see see you down the way. See you next time. Yeah, you're welcome, Andy. Maybe I'll say hi and bye to a few. Joshua, thank you. Nice to know that you are hanging out. Bless your hearts, all of y'all. All right, we're going to leave you with, I forget what song I have queued up here, but here you go. Minnesota goth. Yes. Is that what I am? Is that my genre, Ishmael? Yes, I will take it. Totally. I drove away far from the lake, and I found the farmer's daughter, and we could have been sisters if I were humble. Clothes muddy red-cheeked and reticent, I looked around and I wished that I could stay and cover my head. I'd keep the fire going and I would tuck the kids all into bed. See, I know all the hymns. I'd say my prayers and close my eyes to wake at dawn and do it all over again. So half in jest, I asked if I could stay and help milk the cows. Well, Annie looked away and she said, just come back in an hour. Asking for more, we ask for more, always for more. We ask for more. So I drove away back to the lake, back to all my pretty and my precious things. I put the milk away and I started to cry. I put the music on to fill the quiet. Oh, this cluttered life, we try, asking for more. We ask for more, always for more. We ask for more. Holiest day, break our nightmares into holiest day, shape our nightmares into threes. Holiest day, take our nightmares before we wake. We ask.